Guys, Ogs here from the US. Thank you for watching. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2. We lost again at the bridge, and Frank Lampard still looking for his first victory at the bridge. But something amazing happened at the end of the game. Fans applauded the players and Frank Lampard because they believe in the process and they believe that we are going to turn things around and we should be fine. Unfortunately, it didn't please somebody in Sky Sports studio, and that person is Jose Mourinho. The special one said on Sky Sport exactly this, and I quote, "When you start accepting defeat just because your team played well and just because your player gave their best, a best performance for people to be proud of, I think then you get used to it. That's when big clubs stop being big clubs." Wow. So in other words, he just is not happy about Chelsea fans clapping on the team and Frank Lampard for giving a very good performance but losing the game. So for Mourinho, what counts in life is a victory, and you don't have to encourage any progress or any kind of good performance. It needs to be a victory, because otherwise we are going to get used to applauding and accepting and encouraging good performance and losing the end of the day. Sounds like a good man who wants Chelsea to succeed, right? But just think outside the box, guys. This guy was at Chelsea Football Club, and he almost relegated Chelsea Football Club. We supported him from the beginning to the end. We clamp, we applaud on him and the player every single game because we believed that he can turn things around. Until the last day, we loved Jose Mourinho and we loved all the players. We supported the team, and now that he is on the studio commenting on other people, for him it's not acceptable for the fans to applaud to the manager or the team who is losing. What an hypocrite. What a hypocrite. Remember when he was at Man United, he was losing 3-0. He came to the United fans and tried to applaud them in order for them to applaud him back and try to make a big story about it. He needed people to support him in order for him to survive one more week. So why he is flip-flopping at the moment and saying that it's not acceptable for people to trust the process and believe in youngsters or believe that it was just a bad day in the office? Hypocrite. Unfortunately, some of the so-called popular YouTube channel in the community are buying to the idea, but I'm not surprised about it, because that's exactly what they've been doing for years. They've been lying to us, flip-flopping. Every time a coach wins few games, they are for that coach, and if they lose few games, they are against that coach. So I'm not even surprised. This is the reason why I made this channel, because I wanted people to think outside the box and start using their mind instead of using those lies from YouTube channels and speculation on social media. We know who they are. They always flip-flop. When Frank Lampard win a game of football, they are for Frank Lampard. If he loses one, they are against him and start being 50-50, and look where it's going to be so they can switch quickly and say, oh, this time I didn't want Frank Lampard. Hello? When Mauricio Sarri was there, they were the same people who sold us Mauricio Sarri ideas and say, oh, he's the best. He need to sign whatever Higuain and all the big player and win games. Sarri ball was the best in the world. And when Sarri was dismissed, and then they switch and they say, all this time I wanted Frank Lampard to come. I wanted to see the progress of youngster. I wanted this and that. All lies. People, use your mind. This is what this channel is all about. It's not about selling you fake news online and speculation, but about making you think. God created you with a mind. You can think and see what the truth is. So guys, before you jump there and start insulting me, think outside the box. Do you think Jose Mourinho would take this current Chelsea Football Club and succeed with the youngsters? No transfer window. Just think a little bit before you go there, because I used to be Jose Mourinho fanboy too. In the past, everything Jose Mourinho uses to say, it was like a god. He was like my god. I believed in every single crap that he was selling us. Even if he blamed the doctor for getting on the field to treat Eden Hazard. And he knows how to manipulate people. He knows he got that charisma to change people's mind. He can manipulate everybody he wants. What that poor doctor did, she was just doing her job on the field. And guess what? Mourinho convinced us that the doctor was wrong. And I believed in Mourinho. So I don't blame all the Mourinho or any player fanboy out there, because I used to be like them. But at the end of the day, I understood that the club is more important than individuals. And I changed my mind. I use my common sense and always try to protect the club instead of protecting individuals. Jose Mourinho never promoted any youngsters from the academy during his career. You can remind me, but I don't remember anybody that Jose Mourinho gave a chance. He always hammered the youngsters, called them losers, called them lazy, all kind of names. He's there only to buy expensive, already made players so he can get all the credit. But he is not patient enough to take care of youngsters and give them a chance, give them opportunity to make mistakes and learn from mistakes. So this kind of coach, for me, he's not world class. That according to me, because Jose Mourinho, remember, he came to Chelsea because we had all the money in the world. Abramovich bought the club. Jose Mourinho was the most expensive coach in the world. He had a blank check, which means he could buy any kind of player in the world he wanted. Shevchenko or Balak, Drogba, anybody here that he wanted, he was going to get him because we had the money. Do you think really Jose Mourinho was going to be that successful at Chelsea Football Club if we didn't have money? How many youngsters from the academy he promoted? 0. So now that Frank Lampard is dealing with a bunch of kids, unexperienced, never played in the Premier League before, he is criticizing Frank Lampard for not winning games. Jose Mourinho, were you going to win any game of football playing kids? We know what he said about United kids here in America. He criticized them. He said they will never made it to the first team. They were crap and all that. He wanted to buy expensive players that somebody else took the time, was patient to train them and make them good players. So what Jose Mourinho does is buy the players that are already made and win titles and take all the credit. So I don't have to learn anything. I don't have to get any kind of lesson from Jose Mourinho, who is there just to buy people, to buy players. Show us what kind of players you develop from the young age, and you develop him to a top class player. Show us. So it's very easy now to criticize Frank Lampard, who is dealing with a transfer ban and a bunch of kids. So he better really close, like zip it up, and enjoy his, I don't know how to call it, his retirement or his jobless period or whatever. Why he's not taking any job? Because he doesn't want to deal with youngsters. He just wants somebody or a rich owner or a rich club who can provide all the funds in the world so he can buy success. He can buy all kind of players that he wants in order to make him successful so he can take all the credit. Why he's not taking all the jobs? So with all the respect to Jose Mourinho, thank you so much for winning us the first league after 40 years and all that, but you couldn't do it without funds. You had all the money in the world to buy anybody you wanted and buy all the title you wanted. And we respect you, because at the end of the day, you need somebody out there to lead. But even my grandmother could have really taken the Chelsea Football Club at the time and do pretty good because we had the money and we could buy anybody in the world we wanted. So respect to you, the special one, but remember where you're coming from and remember the circumstance. Frank Lampard has a Chelsea Football Club at the moment. So if Mourinho is looking for a job, it's not going to be a Chelsea Football Club because we are a different club now. We have a new DNA. And our DNA is from the academy. We will build from the root. And Mourinho is not ready to accept that challenge and give a chance to the youngsters. For the Mourinho fanboys out there, I have a bad news for you because Frank Lampard is here to stay. If you don't support the team for the new direction, and then it's time for you to leave and go support another team. You want to compare Frank Lampard with Mourinho or other coaches, you have to give them the same means. Give them the same transfer windows, give them the same money, and judge them equally. You can't judge apple and orange. It's so different and so stupid. You have to be so stupid, really, to compare people who are not comparable. Frank Lampard doesn't have a window, doesn't have money to buy players. Mourinho had windows and had all the money in the world to buy all the biggest players in the world. You have to be really idiot not to understand this situation right now. But hey, I understand that when you are a fanboy, you close your eyes to anything that makes sense.